Hey guys, Scout here. I know that Harold was supposed to be ready to be recording by himself and his recording team, but he wanted to see how much of a guest appearance outside of his crew and left me to read what one of the guys had done before named Depressing Red Rescue Team act. Some poking and creepypasta about a bootleg mystery dungeon Red Rescue Team game. Anyways, I hope you all enjoy reading this and enjoy the video. I'm not normally one to get emotional over games, but a recent incident has got me thinking that perhaps I should try. A while back, while searching for pawn shops for some interesting-looking bootlegs of pirated games, I came across a rather funny-looking cartridge simply labeled Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Now, the first thing going through my mind is why the hell a pawn shop would pay any amount of money for a shit-looking cartridge? But then again, pawn shops would probably buy organs if they could get their hands on them. The cartridge itself intrigued me, though. It was a regular Game Boy Advance cartridge aside from the paper label and some minor scratches. I've always been interested in things like Creepy Black and Lost Sylvan, so I honestly thought that perhaps this could be some creepy little Pokemon game with a ghost in it or something. I bought the crappy cartridge and returned home, grabbing my disc and shoving it into the slot. My hopes were high and getting high as a badly glitched title screen popped up for me. This thing was already promising enough with the word label, but now the unintelligible mess of the title screen made it even better. From what I could see, it was the standard Red Rescue Team game, but the colors and the screen were off. Probably because the previous one didn't take care of it at all. All the colors were a dull gray, and any colors that weren't gray were badly washed out and blamed. And choosing the game and started with the quiz. The text in the quiz section was badly glitched. Letters were replaced with different characters and numbers. Even answers looked like they were written in some poor man's lead speak. I just answered the questions at random until I eventually reached an "Are you boy or girl" type question. Or at least it seemed like that. There were only choices, and the respective symbols were in the text. I chose boy and wondered what kind of Pokemon I get from the mess of questions I just answered. A selfish person like you is a Cuban. The broken text managed to announce. Normally I'd try to be a Trico or something, but Cuban was alright considering I couldn't understand the questions in the first place. From here things started going downhill. The game skipped past the choosing of my partner, and apparently in our beginning sequence altogether, and threw me in a dungeon. This was weird to say the least. The game didn't even let me name myself. The dungeon was as badly broken as the rest of the game. Pieces of sprite work and walls were littered in place, and enemy Pokemon were clipping into pieces of wall and map all over. Naturally, being a cheap prick I am, I snuck up on them and took them out for experience points. The walls holding them in place while I pretty much mutilated them. I should mention something else. Combat in this game was considerably easier than in the original Red Rescue Team. Enemies were constantly getting stuck in the walls and didn't react when I attacked it at all, only making the distorted cries when defeated. My Cuban was a bit odd too. When it leveled up, instead of the usual happy things like "I feel braver now" or "I feel more confident," he would say "Mommy," and his stats would barely increase. I decided to nickname it Cuban Crybaby because of this, and I quickly realized that no matter how many floors I was going down, Crybaby never seemed to reach a bottom. All the way down I encountered trapped Pokemon who I farmed for more experience points. The dungeon itself was getting more and more glitchy as I continued to, meaning more Pokemon became ensnared in glitchy tiles and made helpless to Crybaby's assault. I managed to get Crybaby to level 6 before then that dungeon suddenly changed. The floors and walls were gray. Even the nasty washed out colors of the dungeon were replaced by the same shade of gray. I still encountered with Pokemon trapped in glitches, but now when defeated their bodies glitched out as well instead of fading away. At one point I managed to defeat a Rada who wanted to join my party upon saying, "Oh, I got this glitched out message." The fuck? Something about this particular line of horribly broken text kinda gave me a chill. The run out in a glitch wall didn't fade or glitch out like Crybabies are the targets. He just kinda stood in a glitch and stopped moving altogether. Attempting to talk to him, not the same line of text, but with a nice ellipsis of replacing the exclamation marks. His icon was that of a sad or depressed character in game 2. After the run out incident, I decided to name him Schrodinger because God knows whether his body would go away like the others or not, or something finally hit me. I'd gone up 6 levels, gone down about 20 or so floors, if not more, and Crybaby hadn't complained about one of the more annoying aspects of the regular game. It wasn't hungry. Normally, long explorations in the dungeons leave Pokemon hungry, which can be relieved with apples. He was hungry, and thanks to the readable Aldrich text of the game, I wouldn't even know if he would have fainted by now. It was at this moment that I checked my items. Since I'd played the normal game enough, I was able to go through the ungodly broken menu to see what I had. I had a good number of something called formula. First off, I was blown away by readable text in all caps of all things. Second, formula, like baby formula. Curious, I decided to use formula on Crybaby. Mommy! Whatever this item was, it instantly leveled up Crybaby and gave his stats a boost that the regular level ups were even trying to give him. I found that I could only use formula every 3 floors because Crybaby was full of something after its use. And by the time I was done, he'd gone from level 6 to level 16. This meant that I had gone 30 floors and still hadn't reached into this glitchy mess of a game. As if reading my mind, the endless dungeon of fun finally. Change again, gray walls with red spalches. Classy. As I wanted this new area that started popping into my head. I wonder if Schrodinger is dead yet. Where's the boss? Where's the bottom of this freaking place? Wait, 3rd floor. Today is formula it. Mommy! Okay, that last one was crybaby, but at the rate enemy difficulty was suddenly increasing, and by difficulty, I mean how long it took to kill the track buddies. I was pretty much trying for my mom as well as for something else to happen. Then, with a mix of formula and senseless killing, crybaby reached level 28 and evolved into Marowak. I lost count of how many floors I gone down. I lost count of how many Pokemon were slaughtered, but at least... Wait, how did Crybaby evolve? One of the big things about Mystery Dungeon was that the Pokemon couldn't evolve, so how in the hell did Crybaby manage to do it? With his evolution came a new level up phrase, Daddy. I was creeped out to say the least. I decided to shake it off as a bad programming of a badly broken game. At least, I should have shaken it off. Everything about Crybaby was becoming more and more disturbing the more I thought about him. He was a Marowak, one of the most depressing Pokemon ever, who was thrown into a deep pit as a Cuban. I was living out his life, killing trap Pokemon and drinking baby formula, doing Pokemon he spared Schrodinger, and more than likely starved to death, meaning the one friend he could have had was now dead. Why was I thinking about this so deeply? It was a broken copy of Red Rescue Team. It was a broken game. These weren't real people or real situations. But still, with the amount of time I was spending on Crybaby's seemingly hopeless adventure in what was probably the depths of Pokemon hell, I was getting really attached to the little sociopath. This made the den in the dungeon even more heartbreaking. Crybaby entered a large empty room. He was completely out of formula now, and was ridiculously overlit. The room had absolutely nothing in it. No stairs, no Pokemon, no under tiles, nothing. And then Crybaby got stuck. Walking up to the end of the room, got the Marowak stuck in the same glitchy walls that once held his victims. No matter what I did, I couldn't get Crybaby to move out of the spot. All he could do was switch and spin in place. When Crybaby was trapped, the room flooded with enemy Pokemon that Crybaby had killed during his adventure. All I could do was hold B. The Pokemon surrounded Crybaby and whittled away at his health. Sometimes broken text would pop up with empty icons. Sometimes Crybaby let out the death wails of previous Pokemon he killed for experience points, but the end result was the same. Crybaby's health hit 0, and the screen faded to black instead of warping Crybaby away. My distant shove on its own, making me jump and shaking me out of whatever this state it had put me in a while playing. After checking my pants, I turned my DS back on and immediately tried to play again. If that was a game over and I didn't save it in time, I could just restart, right? When the game turned on, the screen was just black. The only available option was a broken continue. Obviously, I choose it. I had to make sure Crybaby was okay. Like hell he was. Continuing the game, I was given back control of Crybaby, who was now a nasty gray like the backgrounds of the hell he wanted for those few hours. He was stuck in a room where he died, with stuck Pokemon respawning over and over for him to slaughter. His old level up line of Daddy was replaced with Daddy Help Me. By now I was tearing up and freaking the fuck out. The Pokemon I had raised in that endless hole was trapped in some sick room where he would never escape, but he was still hoping I'd help him. A broken text in the menu was replaced with Daddy Kill Me and selecting that just made the dish shut off. Any attempts to replay the game always sent me to the trap room where Crybaby was forced to kill his victims and beg me for death. To this day, I've kept a broken cartridge with me locked away where no one will take it. I already lost Crybaby once. I refuse to let it happen again. I understand why the cartridge said I was selfish now, to the way it baited me into leading Crybaby to his own hell. Even if it was just a result of some sick programming or a bug. The adventure of Crybaby made me look at myself and see that even humans are capable of becoming horrible monsters. Well, that is it really, though. I'll be blunt here, I have not done one of these stupid things before, and now I'm kind of intrigued right now. Maybe I'll go rent another one of these when I get the chance to, because Demonham is not going to be pleased about the fact that I recently spent some of my cash and getting here and back. But fucking right. I had enough of this bullshit about the whole bit about me being a fucking simp and is going to believe I'm simping for Miss Pauline again when I wasn't. And if not, since I stopped it a few months back.
Tell me where the fuck are you right now?
Wait, did you guys hear that right about now? Well, fuck, it's Demo, and he's gonna be pissed if he sees me here and thinks I'm gonna do it. I better hide right now before he comes into the recording room and beats my ass over it.
So, this is Harold's recording studio, huh? I got to say, for something that Microsoft sent blew to hell, it looks a lot nicer than it should be. Though then again, he did have to use a dingy little shark in Megaton to record the previous video he did recently. But where's Jeremy right now? I have a few words with him about getting shit and abandoning his fucking job over bullshit like simping over Pauline. But if he actually got a guest appearance here, I'm truly impressed. Oh, Scott, where are you, lad? I need to talk to you.
Oh, hey, Demo. I was just here recording for a video Harold had been planning to get out before he got a lazy delay.
It better not be. Wait, is this... Oh, it's one of those creepy pasta videos he's been doing, right? I have to say, I'm surprised, Scott. You really should recommend that we should do this whole thing. Get Harold to get us in one of these at one point.
Well, to be for Demo, man, I have to ask him about that. If he agrees to have us do it at one point or another, then awesome, let's do it. I had been thinking, how about a dual narration? Does that sound any good for you?
Victory.